Alright, hello guys, welcome back to another video tutorial. I'm your instructor Dali from Koyotech, and in the last episode we learned about what HTML is. Now in this lesson we are going to start using HTML to write our own code and create websites. So now we will discover one of the most important elements of a web page, the heading element. But before that, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to not miss any video of this amazing bootcamp. So let's go back now. This is what heading element looks like. It starts off with what's called an opening tag here, and it ends with what's called a closing tag. So if we pay attention, we will notice that the opening and the closing tags have a slight difference, and it's this forward slash right here, and that's what makes this a closing tag. And what goes in between these two tags is the content of the particular HTML element. And in this case, what we are saying we want to do is we want to create an H1 heading, and what the heading is going to contain is the hello word. So you may often hear me use the terms tags and elements when discussing HTML. So these terms are commonly used online and in other resources, but what exactly is the difference between them? Well, the tags refers to these bits. These are tags. An element includes both the content and the tags that start and end it. What's the point of these heading tags, I hear you ask? Well, the idea comes from book binding. When you write a book, you might have a table of content. This is like a pyramid with the most important things at the top and the least important things at the bottom. It shows you how the book is organized, just like heading tags helps us organize websites. So you've got the top level headings here, then the second level here, and the least one here. So the heading tags goes from H1 to H6, and there is no H7 heading. So if you want to make text less important than H6 heading, you would use a different type of tag, which we'll go into it a little bit later on. Now, if you create a tag like this with an H1 and you end with a different one like H6, then that's not going to work either. Now, let's see how this looks. If we run this code, we will see different heading levels. These headings have different sizes by default. Heading 1 is the largest and heading 6 is the smallest. But these headings gives us an idea of the levels, so we can make sure we wrote the code correctly. So this structure is similar to the table of contents we saw earlier. Level 1 headings are the largest and level 6 headings are the smallest. Now that we understand this a bit better, let's try an exercise. To install VS Code yet, you can go to Google, write VS Code and click on the link of the official website right here and press download here. So after installing VS Code, you will have this interface like this one. But before we start the exercise, I recommend install live preview extension and another one which is prettier. So you can find the exercise link in the description down below. So after downloading the file, you need to extract it or unzip it. Next, double click the downloaded zip file to open it. So drag the folder of this zip file into desktop. Now open Visual Studio Code, go to File and open Folder. Now you should see the heading element folder. By using the live preview, we can open up our code file index.html and see our book chapters, section 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, sections, diagrams and subsections. However, everything is correctly displayed as a single long line without any formatting or hierarchy. So the challenge is to use heading elements to format the coding in index.html so that the preview shows the correct hierarchy. We want the preview to display heading 1 elements, heading 2 elements, heading 3 elements and heading 4 elements for the diagram. So challenge accepted. Pause the video, dive into this code exercise, and then we will uncover the solution together. How was it, guys? So let's start adding an h1 element for the word my journey. We will place the element around the word my journey by dragging our cursor to the beginning of the word and holding down the mouse button while dragging to the end of the word. Next, we will add h2 elements for the chapter headings, chapter 1, chapter 2 and chapter 3. We will follow the same process of dragging our cursor to the beginning of each chapter heading and holding down the mouse button while dragging to the end of the chapter heading. So moving on, we will add the h3 elements for these sections within each chapter. We will follow the same process of dragging our cursor also, guys. Alright, so finally we will add an h4 element for the diagram, which belongs inside section 1 in chapter 2. We will follow the same process of dragging our cursor to the beginning of the diagram heading and holding down the mouse button while dragging the end of the diagram heading. Once we've added all the heading elements, we can check our code against the solution code. We will find that our code matches the solution code even though our code is not indented. So guys, how was it? I think it's not difficult. So guys, it doesn't matter if you made any mistakes, don't worry. This is a safe place to experiment and learn. There is no test and no one is watching you. The only thing that matters is that you are learning something new. So feel free to play around with the code and try new things. If you do something wrong, there is always a solution, and I'm here to help you along the way. So next stop will be the paragraph land. After mastering heading elements, we will embark on a journey to understand the wonders of paragraphs, the building blocks of well-structured web page. So join me in the next episode as we unlock the secrets of paragraph power. So for all of that and more, see you in the next episode.